Spoke Rohan Kishibe is a four-part OVA spin-off of the fourth JOJO arc, Diamond is Unbreakable, released back in 2017 by David Productions, same studio that put out all the JOJO stuff. And it's kind of surprising that this came to the US so late, because it's been like 4 years since Part 4 was released, and 2 years since Golden Wind Part 5. And now David Production is so busy with Fire Force, who knows when we're going to get Stone Ocean. So, yeah, a little surprising that this is only coming to us now since it is a short OVA. But it's great. It's fun. It's like everything you could want from a good JoJo spin-off. It's a little different. The tone's a little different. And having Rohan, the manga artist stand user, as a main character gives it more of a detective vibe. You know, he's more of a deducer. You know, more of a, he can use Heaven's Door, his stand power, to read people's character, and that makes him kind of more of a problem solver than a fighter. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have quite the same like superhero-y bent of the other JoJos, and that gives it kind of a unique feel. I also like the focus on horror in these 4 episodes. It's creepy in a way that, like, slightly more than JoJo tends to be. You know, not that the past JoJos weren't a little creepy here and there, but like this really leans on like the macabre and like scary situations. Like technically, they all play out as like ghost stories, kind of, where they don't even really mention stands a whole lot. I mean, we don't really get like anybody who's quote unquote a stand user. It's more like creepy supernatural phenomenon that the show doesn't quite, it leaves it mostly ambiguous. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There's also something kind of nostalgic and cool about going back to Morio, which we do see a bit of here. The show is largely set in Morio. And we get like some nostalgic moments here with like Koichi and the like. A couple of the characters from Part 4 get little cameos here. And we even get like a teeny bit of foreshadowing for Golden Wind. So like, it's everything that you would like want from a spin-off set in this part of the timeline. And I like how like the first episode we get this story about a ghost who curses this guy, and the perfect combination of like the most ridiculous situation possible taken dead seriously and treated as like horror. Where he has to throw that popcorn in the air and catch it with his mouth because this ghost is threatening to take his life away for not giving him food. He was this poor bum, hadn't eaten in 5 days, and he's just coming to this guy asking for food, and he's like, no, you gotta work for it. And, he, of course, drops dead, and then his ghost curses this dude and comes back years later when he's living it up, when he's got his life together and threatening to take it all away, which he, well, you'll have to watch the show to find out. But it's great stuff. It's classic JoJo stuff because it's totally absurd. It's like the creepiest side of JoJo in these episodes taken to the most absurd level. And as a result, there's a little bit of humor there. Even when it gets as macabre as these episodes do, as bloody and creepy, there's still something that's just so absurd and, well, bizarre about it that you can't help but giggle a little while watching it. It's gleeful horror. And yeah, it helps that the production values here, at least to me, felt a little higher than what you would get out of a mainline series of JoJo. There's some really nice animation bits. The coloring is really cool. So, yeah, my recommendation is if you really love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and, like me, have been starving for more content, Well, this is not a bad holdover. It is incredibly short. You're only getting 4 episodes, and they are like half hour each. You know, they're not like extra long in length or anything. So it's basically just 4 extra episodes of JoJo. You know, without a main villain or main plot. It's just a little. They're totally episodic, but it's fun. It's fun having Rohan take the spotlight as this sort of supernatural detective guy who mainly is just writing manga. Like, that's his job. He's a manga artist, and it's like along the way he occasionally solves supernatural phenomenon around Morio. That's the plot, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good for what it is. I'd say give it a watch because it'll only take you 2 hours to do. You know, why not? And we can all pray that David Production gives us part 6 someday. Please give us part 6. It would be nice. But yeah, Rohan Kishibe, I like it. Give it a watch if you're a JoJo fan. That's all I gotta say there. And live for the passion.